Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world watching this. Let me introduce myself. My name is Christopher Francis Cummins. I am from Ireland, but I live in Mexico and I've been living here for 8 years. I'm applying for the position of customer care specialist at the mid-level in Serviapp. So what can I tell you about me? So I'm 34 years old. I have 2 years of experience in customer care or customer service. First with OpenTable, a very large American company that handles hundreds of thousands of restaurants around the world with their restaurant reservations and their diners, and it's a very complex business. But I was in their customer support area as a tier one specialist, handling many issues with the restaurants, with the restaurant software, with the platform, with reservations, with credit cards, many different things. It's difficult to go into details about it. But I worked with OpenTable and I gained a lot of experience talking to people on the phone every day, talking to people calmly, professionally, how to handle escalations, how to avoid possible escalations, how to resolve issues they had with the software. So I was sort of a tech guy, a tech support person, but I was also very cordial with them and I treated them with a lot of respect and I tried to teach them how to use OpenTable effectively so that they didn't have to call us every week with a new problem. And in ISS Facility Services, which was my other customer service job, I worked with IKEA stores in North America, in the US and Canada. They would call us and say that they needed to have a purchase order and a work order for facility maintenance. So I would listen to all the information, take a lot of notes, and then make sure I collected all the right information to make their purchase orders and work orders to send them to their facility managers. Again, kind of a complicated business to explain in a short video, but that was my other job and I learned a lot of skills from that job as well. And before I worked in customer support, I spent 10 years working as an English teacher. I love teaching English. It's one of my passions. Languages in general are one of my passions. English is my native language because I'm from Ireland, but I also speak fluent Spanish and I speak pretty good Portuguese and some German and some French. I love languages, so teaching languages came naturally to me. And I've always been able to find work as an English teacher, but now I've discovered a passion for customer care. It's also a very enjoyable career, and I see a future in that career. Let's see. What key situations in your life needed to happen for you to be where you are today? So that's a tricky question. I think one of the key situations was my desire to travel. So, as I mentioned at the start of this video, I live in Mexico. I live in Mexico City, which is very far away from Ireland, about 8,000 kilometers from my home. So I always had a desire to travel. And I think the moment when I realized I could travel and I could make a living in another country doing something that I enjoy, which initially was teaching, but now I want to broaden my horizons. That was a key situation or a key moment in my life that led me to where I am today. Yeah, I don't know how else to answer that question. Um, Let me see. Describe a moment when you showed leadership in a conflict. So, another tricky question. How to explain? So, in my job at OpenTable, we always had escalations. By escalations, I mean a restaurant manager would call and they would say, hey, I'm not happy with your service. I want to terminate the contract with you guys. I'm paying you too much money and you're not giving me anything good in return. And sometimes my job was to try and de-escalate. I would try to talk to them calmly and say, hey, what happened? How can I help you? So I would take personal responsibility. How can I help you to maybe continue with us for another while? We don't need to do something so drastic. So sometimes I was able, resolving their problem and showing them how to avoid that problem in the future. Sometimes it was with the credit cards or with reservations or tables being blocked and it was affecting their business dramatically. And I would show them how to resolve that problem, and then they were happy. And then we managed to avoid a termination. So sometimes that was something I was able to do just with my own words, just with my own calm nature and talking to the person. I was able to solve their problem and avoid more conflict. So I guess that would be my answer. And working as a teacher, sometimes with children, you have to be a leader. You have to be in charge. You have to show them you're the adult. So sometimes I would, you know, learn how to control the kids. Not in a bad way. I mean, learn how to have them respect me and listen to me, which is what a teacher has to do. Share a memory when a project didn't work. How did you handle it? So sometimes in my experience as a teacher, the students were not learning. For whatever reason, the way I was teaching them or explaining things to them or the material I was using just wasn't working for them. It just didn't gel with them. So I would change the material, I would change the method, I would change my approach until it started to work. So when something's not working, you have to find a way to make it work, or change the method, change the strategy, learn how to adapt to every situation. And why should the company choose you? I think a company should choose me because I have years and years of experience working in all different kinds of areas. I was a teacher, I was a translator, I'm working in customer care now. I have a lot of experience, and my lived experience, my personal experience in life, what I've learned, the wisdom I've accumulated over the years. At least I think I have some wisdom. I think that I can also bring that to the table. I have a lot of good social skills and communication skills. I'm always able to learn new things. I'm always willing to learn new things and take responsibility for my actions. Um, and and Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Um, I wish I had something a little more elegant or eloquent to say, but I hope this will do. Um, I'm very eager to hear back, and I'm very eager to work with you guys if you will be interested. I think I can offer a lot, and I know that you guys can offer a lot to me. So I look forward to hearing back from you, and thank you for watching this. Bye bye. Bye bye.